Hey guys, Ponce here on the public test realm with the long-awaited Vel'koz, who is now available for testing. Now this isn't an actual gameplay video. If you want that, when they're up, there'll be links to that in the annotations on the top right-hand side of the corner, or in the description below. Just click on those and I'll explain what they are. Like there'll be a description saying AP mid, or me doing something weird like playing them top. But yeah, other than that, this is a very early preview of the actual abilities and what they do. A lot of things are missing. Well, at the very least, the sound effects are missing. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on the actual numbers behind the abilities. Those will be actually in the description as well. So if you want the actual numbers, you can go look at those. However, I'm not going to talk about them because they're very early on, and they always change these before they go live. So it's not going to be relevant. So I'm just going to show you what the abilities do. And if you're really interested in what the early numbers are like, I'll link to those in the bottom, or the description. So first off, we have Organic Deconstruction, his passive. Vel'koz's abilities: deconstruct enemies they hit. The third hit on an enemy will exploit its vulnerabilities, dealing 85 true damage. Enemies lose organic deconstruction after 7 seconds of not being hit. Basic attacks refresh organic deconstruction, but will not add stacks. So basically, they don't want to be an auto attacker, I guess. So auto attacking won't add stacks, but it'll keep refreshing the stacks you put on someone by using abilities, which I'll show off in a bit. Next, we're going to go into his Q then, his Plasma Fission. Vel'koz shoots a plasma bolt that deals magic damage and applies a 70% slow of 70% that decays over 1 second. Upon reactivating or upon hitting an enemy, the bolt splits at a 90-degree angle. So I'll just show that off, show you what it looks like. So this is a bolt when I just let it go the full distance. We'll just zoom out a little bit here. And then the bolt shoots off in either direction like that. And I'll show you the version when I reactivate it. Let's go into lane so it's a bit easier to see. So I'm going to press the ability again so the bolt splits early. So it does, and like I said, sound effects are missing right now. This is a public test realm, which is kind of early stuff, so don't worry about that too much. Next we have Void Rift. Vel'koz opens a rift to the void that deals magic damage. After a delay, it deals an additional amount of magic damage. Both hits add a stack of organic deconstruction. So if you hit someone with this thing twice, well, you get 2 stacks of organic deconstruction, his passive. So I'll show you how that looks. It's like that. Opens a rift, and then it deals the second amount of damage when it closes. Next, his E, Tectonic Disruption. Vel'koz disrupts a nearby area, which after a delay deals magic damage and knocks up enemies hit for 0.75 seconds. Any enemies hit that are close to Vel'koz will be pushed slightly in the direction of the ability was cast. I'll just show you what that looks like first. Put it down here. Little explosion. Again, no sound effects. Lastly, we have Lifeform Disintegration Ray. Vel'koz channels a ray of energy that follows the cursor for 2.5 seconds, dealing magic damage up to a total of, well, at level 1 it's 500, and slows enemies hit by 20% for 1 second. Adds a stack of organic deconstruction every 0.5 seconds. Can be cancelled by recasting. So it looks like a lot of damage. Basically, you have to sit there channeling it the whole time. So I'll show you what the all his abilities look like on enemies. Why don't we start with... do we don't... Actually, let's just use all his... I'll show you his auto attacks first. This is what they look like. At a range, they do stuff like this. See, notice how, like, every time he uses a different tentacle to attack? I thought it was kind of neat. It's a very crisp auto attack. It's, like, instantaneous, so that's quite refreshing. I'm going to go use the rest of my abilities on minions over here. So we're going to start off by using my Q, like so. Range, fire off the Q. Happens there, like that. And this is what happens when I put the, that's the E. I'm going to show you what happens when I use what his passive looks like on the cannon minion here. Oops. Oh, see there's, see the numbers there? That means how 2 of those squares are highlighted meant there was 2 stacks on that enemy. See if I can get something on... actually, probably easier on jungle mobs. I'll go do that in a sec. I'm going to use his disintegration ray on these mobs here. It follows the cursor around, like that. So in theory, I could have spun around. You're probably never really going to want to spin around, but it deals a lot of damage. Next, let's go just, put stacks on Dragon, and I'll show you what that looks like. Then after that, I'll show you his dances and stuff like that. See, it did the true damage there. See how that it puts that Triforce looking thing on the guy? Alright. Lastly, actually not lastly, we're going to do the recall animation after I show you all his abilities. We're just going to go into the jungle over here. And it's a little bit boring without the sound effects, but those will be in eventually. This is a basic dance there. I don't know how final this stuff is. So let's do the laugh. Laugh kind of pointless if you can't hear it. Joke. And let's quickly do the taunt. Kind of neat. Not sure what's going on there. Math stuff. Alright, and let's do the recall. Actually, I'm going to show you his death animation by getting myself killed on a tower, and then I'll show you the recall animation while I'm on the pad. So you'll get everything. Let's flash. It just kind of goes flop. The eyeball ran away. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so yeah, aside from that, I'm just going to do the recall animation. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found that informative. And again, if you're really interested in the early numbers, which are going to change anyway, those will be in the description below, as will the gameplay videos when they're up. They should be up within a few hours of me uploading this initial video. So most of you watching this, you know, it'll be up for you to click on. So this has been Ponce from lifeintheleague.com/livestream or twitch.tv/Ponce. See you guys around. This is the recall.